So what are some ways to arrange your living room furniture on an area rug? Hi everyone, it's Carol from Discover Interior Design, and I'm so glad you're here. Well, in this video, we're going to be using two different common sizes of area rugs that you can use in your living room, and just some ways to arrange the furniture and place it on that area rug so that you can create a cohesive look. So let's get started. So one cool thing about an area rug in a living room is that it really does help to tie everything together. Lots of times that's through maybe color. So maybe it's repeating a color that you're using on your furniture or in the rest of the room. But another thing that's kind of important to think about with area rugs is that it helps to tie everything together kind of in a space planning way, because we want to arrange those different pieces of furniture on that area rug in a way so that we create a cohesive grouping of all of these different elements. And an area rug can do it because it's almost like a frame, or almost like a room within a room. And when we group all those elements and place all those elements in relationship to the area rug, where they are overlapping on the area rug, where they are part of that room, it creates a cohesive look. The opposite of that is if we have an area rug and everything is kind of placed around it. And maybe there's an island where the area rug has a coffee table centered in the center of that, but nothing else is in relationship to that area rug. Nothing else is overlapping or placed on top of that area rug. And everything else may be disconnected. So one important thing I think to think about, no matter what size of area rug that you're using, the ideal situation is if all of that furniture, everything that's going to be a part of that grouping of that conversation area, seating area in our living room, as long as we can have those elements at least be partially on the area rug or entirely on the area rug, that will make a difference in how cohesive that entire layout will look. So there are two area rugs that I think are nice sizes for living rooms, where you can group furniture and create a nice seating area and conversation area in a living room. Those sizes are an 8x10 area rug or a 9x12 area rug. And the reason why I'm kind of going with those two sizes is that those will most likely work in a typical living room with some typical living room furniture. But of course, this is going to depend upon your living room, the size of your living room, and of course the size of your furniture and the size of any other elements that are going to be a part of that grouping, as well as how many different pieces of furniture and what type of furniture that you have. But in this video, I'll show you a couple of layouts that you can use with each of those sizes that hopefully you can use as inspiration for the layout of your furniture. So in this first example, we're going to be using an 8x10 area rug. And an 8x10 area rug is a nice size to have if you have maybe a typical size of a sofa, maybe a 6-foot wide sofa or 7-foot wide sofa. And maybe you have some other pieces of furniture that can be placed on that area rug, like maybe some accent chairs, and of course a coffee table, and maybe some side tables. So the first thing that I always recommend doing is centering your sofa on the longest side of that area rug. So that means for this example, I'm using a 7-foot wide sofa, and I'm centering it on the longest side, which is 10 feet wide. The reason why I'm doing this is that the sofa is a long piece of furniture, and so I'm kind of repeating the longness of that sofa along with the longness, the same direction of that area rug. There are other ways to lay out your area rug, but one way I always kind of start with is just matching the direction of the area rug with your sofa. So here are some nice layouts that create a very nice cohesive look to this area rug and to this entire seating area. One would be to center the sofa on the area rug, and you could place accent chairs on either side, coffee table in front, and maybe 2 side tables on either side. You could also place those chairs maybe opposite the sofa. Or maybe you have 2 sofas, and so maybe you could place the other sofa opposite that. And all of these arrangements are symmetrically balanced, where we could draw a line down the center and we'd have a mirror image on either side. And it gives a really nice, stable, calming look to this entire arrangement. And one thing to notice is that we are making sure that all of those pieces of furniture are completely on the area rug or partially on the area rug. Because we are making sure that all of those pieces of furniture are on the area rug, at least partially, it helps to tie everything together so there isn't a disconnect between all of those different elements. We're creating one entire grouping just because we're doing that. And the other option would be maybe you only have one accent chair. So that would be nice to place that accent chair on the side. And that gives a nice opening into that seating area. We could call that an L-shaped layout. And you could apply this, maybe you have a sofa chaise. So the sofa is the same width as a regular sofa, but it's a little bit deeper on the one end for the reclining area. And you could place maybe some accent chairs opposite that. And then if we were going to choose a 9x12 area rug, and this would be a rug that would be great for a larger room, where you may have even larger pieces of furniture or more pieces of furniture. And we can start out the same way. We can center that sofa on the longest side of the area rug, which is the 12-foot wide side. And then we could place both chairs on either side. The other way to go with this 9x12 area rug would be to put both of those chairs opposite the sofa, and then right away there's a more balanced look to it. And it still keeps within that symmetrically balanced look. Or if you have 2 sofas, that would be a nice arrangement where you could place both sofas opposite one another. And the cool thing about this arrangement is that for the most part, there's plenty of room to have everything sitting completely on the area rug. And a 9x12 area rug might be nice if you have, say, an L-shaped sectional, because in that way you have more than enough space for that L-shaped sectional to be placed completely on the rug, and you may even be able to add in a chair and a side table and something else opposite that to kind of help offset that balance. So having that leeway when you have larger pieces of furniture or more pieces of furniture that will be part of that grouping, this 9x12 area rug might be a good way to go. And one approach that you can think about using to place your furniture on your area rug is to group the furniture first. And this is where you kind of have to do some planning ahead of time. You may need to draw this out to scale on a piece of paper or on the computer so you can space everything in an ideal situation. And then when you have that entire group, you'd find the center of that group of furniture and then center it both horizontally and vertically on the area rug. And will this work all of the time? It really depends upon what furniture you have and how far apart everything is spaced. And you may have to make adjustments when you place that group of furniture on your area rug. And one situation where it may not work would be, say you have an area rug that you want to place up against a wall and have your living room furniture arrangement on that area rug that's placed up against a wall. I don't think ideally I would center that grouping of furniture on the area rug, because then there would be, maybe a larger space behind the sofa, and it just really wouldn't make sense. So it really depends upon where you're going to place that area rug and what type of furniture that you have in that grouping of furniture and how all that will make sense for your living room. So I hope those layouts gave you some ideas or inspiration on how to group your furniture on your area rug. And a couple things to keep in mind when you are doing this in your home, when you're arranging all your furniture in your home. One thing is that we want to create a sense of balance. So the layouts that I showed you, when we look at them, we get a sense that everything is balanced and kind of centered and everything is grouped together in a way where it makes sense. And so moving things around is really important to do when you want to make sure that everything looks and feels balanced. And another thing to keep in mind is just to try to make sure that all of your pieces of furniture can be placed and touching that area rug. And literally, they will be connected because they are touching one another. And that helps to tie everything together to create one entire unit, one entire grouping, so there isn't a sense of disconnectedness. And the other thing to keep in mind is to make sure that there's plenty of space around everything. And so when you are spacing out your furniture, it's nice to leave 18 inches in between your coffee table and your sofa or a chair, or leaving 1 or 2 inches in between your side table and a sofa or a chair. And also when you want to place your sofa or a sectional on the edge of an area rug, can you place it inside just a little bit, just so there's some wiggle room and space around things? So I'd love to find out from you if you have any questions around arranging your living room furniture on an area rug. And also, I'd love to find out from you if you have any suggestions for us, any other ways that we can group our furniture on our living room area rug. So please leave your questions and your design ideas in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.